Good morning, everyone. This is Jody from Unique Unicorn Designs. And today I was sitting in my craft room playing with some shrinky dinks and some alcohol inks and all kinds of stuff. This is the shrinky dink paper that I used, or I guess they call it transparent. I don't know. Anyway, that's the one I have. And I cut out some, on my Cricut, I cut out some Easter eggs. Of course, they have to be a little bit bigger. Then I don't know how well you can see those on there, but let's see if I move this. Can you see it on there better? I don't know. Anyway, yeah, so I cut out some of those, and I also cut out some shamrocks and made some little shamrocks, too. So there's a whole bunch of those. And then what I did with them is, of course, these were the bigger, they're big size like this. They have to be big to start with. And then I took some alcohol ink and, see, this one will be an egg. So let's see, this is honeycomb. I've just been trying some different colors with them playing. Let's see, here's a wild plum. That might be a little wild, but some of these haven't been used for a while, so so they're stuck on here. Ooh, that's a pretty color. And then, let's see, what else should we use? I don't want to go too dark. How about, this is a salmon. Let's see what that does. That might be too light. But then I took this, my tool of choice. How silly is that? But yeah, I just kind of ran it all around, and so it would get all over the whole piece of plastic. And of course, I always get it on my fingernails. I just had my nails done the other day, and they're going to be all full of ink today. But, oh well. So yeah, I try not to get it on the back because it like leaves a strange, like, I don't know. It's almost like it gets burned or something if you get it on the back. So I try to keep that from happening. Not always successful, I might add. But yeah, so that's the way it looks going into the oven. And then I shrunk it, I guess. These ones I've already put some other stuff on that I'll show you in a minute. But anyway, then I take this to the oven and heat it, and it shrinks down to this size. These ones, this size. I actually started out with 2 different sizes, so that's why I have, oops, shouldn't have stuck my finger in that because that one's still wet. So yeah, I ended up with a couple different sizes because I tried to get 6 on a page, and they were, these big ones, oh no, that might be the right size. These big ones were too big to get that many on a page. So anyway, then you bake this at 325, I think it said. I'm going to just move that over here for right now because I'm not baking right now. I didn't turn the oven on. But anyway, so that's what you get. Then you get these. And they're all, these were the ones that I did first. And then I decided that they didn't really look like Easter eggs, so I wanted something on the top of them. So I have heat embossed on the top of these. And then I actually put some glossy accents, which this one I just touched, so I'm going to add a little bit more to that and see if I can smooth it around a little bit. So those are actually drying. These up here are drying. And this one needs to dry. So this one I just heat embossed. And now I'm going to cover up. This one's drying too. So yeah, I'm going to cover them with glossy accents. And I just use my finger. Cover the whole top side. Actually, some of them I even covered the bottom side because, like I said, it looks and feels weird on the back if it gets ink on the back before you bake them. Which, if that doesn't bother you, kind of bothered me. I didn't want them to be. See, you can see it on here. Not so much, I guess. But I covered these with glossy accents too, all around, so you can't really feel that on there now. So anyway, then I embossed on some of these. On all of these, actually, these have all been embossed. And so, like I said, they're drying. That one's drying. So I'll show you the embossing. And I was kind of surprised that the plastic didn't like warp or anything else. I was kind of surprised. I thought maybe it would, but nope, it didn't seem to. So I'm going to get some embossing ink on my, get these out of the way. My stamp. And it's not going to touch everywhere because these don't. Oh, I did that on the wrong side, didn't I? Yep. No, let's see. Well, maybe not. Should be all right. And I have white and pink and black embossing powder. We'll have all kinds of embossing powder. Actually, let's use this light pink. Let's see what that does. So here's the light pink. Is this? Yeah. So I'm going to put it in here. I'm going to cover it with some embossing powder. Set that aside. I'll get this out of here with my tweezers. Stamp it off just a little bit, or oh, and you know the other ones that I did, I put baby powder on it first, and I forgot to do that. And that's why you do that, is because your design comes out better. It's more crisp if you use the baby powder. It doesn't stick. So I have to hold this over here, or I'm going to blow everything away. So hold on a minute. We'll get this embossed, and then we'll see what this is. A light pink. I used the neon pink on the other ones, which might still be all right. They look all right. That purple one looks pretty cool, and I like the blue and purple one too. So let's see if this is starting to. Oh yeah, it's starting to turn. Let's see more. I don't know if you can see that very well in the light. It's starting to melt, but see, it doesn't affect the actual shape of the egg. I thought it would because of the heat, but I guess the heat's already done its business, so it can't do any more, apparently. So I wonder if I should just do a clear one and then put pink on it. Oh, I bet that would be pretty. I need to try that. Okay, so there you go. And it's still, you know, same thickness, same everything, and it's got that embossed on the top. So yeah, that turns out pretty cool. Okay, let me go turn the oven on. Oops, sorry, bumped ya. Hold on. Okay, so I turned the oven on. So I'm going to try doing just the plain with no alcohol ink on it, and then I can emboss on them when they're done. That might be interesting. So this one is, done being embossed. So I'm going to cover it with glossy accents too. And then once these dry, we can put, whoops, their little jump ring. And so I'm poking a pin through the hole right there because I've got to get the jump ring through there. Don't want it glued shut. Okay, so that one's gonna dry. It's sticking to me. Got glue everywhere. Okay, so this one I think I glued on the front. I think I'm gonna put any embossing powder on that one. I like that one just the way it is. So let's just glue these two and let them be drying as well. I think I did the backs of these already, so I need a pinch more on there. Pop the bubbles. And poke the hole. Okay, so let these sit up there with those to dry. And this one, this is kind of like a psychedelic one, I guess you call it. I don't know. So yeah, and some of them even got bubbles in them. I'm not sure how that happened or what causes that. I'm thinking that the alcohol ink might not have been completely dry right there. And so it caused a reaction, I guess, as alcohol probably would. I don't know. So yeah, anyway, that's, we'll let those dry for a little bit. These might be, are these dry? No, they're not quite dry. But my oven just beeped, so I'm going to go put these in the oven and I'll be right back with them. Okay, so I shrunk those and I used parchment paper. And it's best if you have like a piece over the top because it's just enough pressure to make them go back flat. They'll crinkle all up when they get hot. But if you have something over the top, they'll go back down and lay flat. And that's what they look like when those two are plain. Actually, that one's plain. This one had the alcohol ink on it. So, yeah. So that's what you get when you bake them. And then these ones I'm going to emboss on too. I don't know about this one. Maybe. We'll see about that one. But these ones I want to emboss on. Oh, see, and that one got a little bit of ink on it right there. So, but that's okay. So we're going to emboss one of these with this light pink. This embossing powder here, or embossing ink. Make sure it's good and inked up. I'm going to do one at a time. Get that out of the way. Like that. Like that. Oh, and see there again, I didn't use the powder. Gosh, dang it. I need to remember to do the powder. Where's my tweezers? Nope, here they are. Yep, I need to put powder on it first, because the embossing powder doesn't, or it sticks to every little thing. And if you put baby powder on it first, you'll have a much crisper. You know, before I do that, I'm going to do these others too. And I'm going to put powder on them. That's what I have this powder right here for, you see. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, you can. Let me lay this over here for a minute. I always get myself in such a mess here, but oh well. That's what it's all about, right? We're playing here. Now, which side did I powder? That side or that side? No, this side. Okay, put a little bit more on there. Here's some more. Powder this one. It's crazy how this powder works. It's just your basic baby powder. I had a sock full of baby powder. It was, you know, kind of like the embossing buddies they used to have or something like that. And I'm not sure what's happened to it. It has gone by the wayside. It's disappeared somewhere. Okay, so let's ink these two. I'm going to do them both at the same time. See what happens. See if it gets as much on there as I need it to. Yeah, I think that'll work. Set that over there. And then we're going to pick these up with the tweezers again and cover them in embossing powder. Now that one got a little thingy in it. I don't want that little thingy in there. Whatever that is, a piece of fuzz. We don't want you in there. Thank you very much. It's got fuzz too. But see, look at the difference. Can you see the difference in the, when you use the baby powder? You get a much crisper image. Which that's probably, you know, everybody knows that. I just forget to do it. Oh yeah, much crisper image. All right, so these three we are going to emboss at the same time. Good Lord willing, let's see what happens. Guess we can close the embossing ink while we're waiting for that to heat up. They're getting shiny. So this one is anyway. The side of this one is. Which is good. I even did a different one over here where I put some This is the first one I embossed, and it didn't turn out well, so I took some wax. Or was it wax? No, it was that, this stuff. Textured looks or whatever. And got it down in the crevices, and then wiped the rest of it off. It actually was like a dark purple egg to begin with. And then I wiped off most of the looks, the texture paste or whatever that is. So it just got down in the crevices, and it turned out okay. That helped. And then I had this, it's what is it? Oh, it's Ranger metal tape. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, metal tape. And so I put that all around it. And it's a little wide for the thing itself. Ooh, that got hot too. But I don't know. I don't really care for that one. It's kind of funky looking. But these turned out pretty cute. I don't know if I like the clear though. It's all right. But I think I like the... wonder if we should put some of that embossing powder on this one too. Maybe a different color. Should we try a different color? I have red, I have blue, green, black. Here's a turquoise. Not that. Here's a bronze. Maybe bronze would be pretty on there. Let's try that. Okay, so let's put the pink away. Oh, good Lord. I always get this everywhere. I always have it everywhere. It's a good thing this stuff goes a long way, because I waste a lot of it. See how I spilled it? Yeah. Okay. All right, so first we have to emboss on that, or ink it up. Open up the embossing powder. Actually, let me clean this off a little bit better, this tray. That way it won't mix embossing powders so much. Let's ink this one up and try bronze on there. I don't know how well it'll show up, but it might be just kind of subtle, you know? And I didn't put powder on it again, see? Gosh dang it. It makes me so mad when I do that. Oh, well. Let's see, I wonder if I could just, have you ever tried to just wipe that off and start over? I don't know if that works or not. We're going to try it. I'm just going to wipe it all off. I'm going to start all over. And this time I'm going to use powder. All right, let's try that again. Here's the powder. Okay, now let's try to emboss it again. And see if we get a better image. Appears to have worked. Let's see. Yeah, that's much better. I just need to remember to do powder every time, that's all. Sure makes a difference. I think it makes a difference anyway. Yeah. So, I was putting together some little spring fabric bundles, and I wanted a little something extra to put with them. So I thought, let's make some dangles. So here we go. This is what I'm going to put with them. That's pretty. I like that one. Yeah, that's pretty. That turned out pretty cool. Can you see that? The shiny on them. Just makes a difference when you use the powder, for sure. So yeah, that's so let's see if there's, is this blue one dry? I wonder if it's dry. Yeah, I think it's pretty dry. So what we're going to do then is we're going to take one of these little jump rings and attach it to that. I'll just show you on this one because those others aren't dry yet. Put a jump ring in there. Oh, and it's easier too if you put the hole, if you punch a little hole in them before you shrink them. It does work the other way. All I did was take a pin, heated up the end of a pin, and poked it through onto I had this piece of wax. So I just took the pin and actually I used an awl. I heated up the end of an awl and poked it in there, and they came out just fine. But it is easier if you punch the hole first with a hole punch and then heat them. The hole stays, don't use the itty bitty little punch, use the next size up, because you need to be able to have enough room to get your jump ring in there. And then, yeah, a little pin on it like that. And then you can attach it to a dangle or a piece of fabric, you know, anything. This one just looks weird. I don't like that one. But so you can just see how the shamrocks turned out really cool. I really like them. They're very cool. So these are cool too, but I think I'll put kind of cool on the other side too, because there's no alcohol ink on there. That's cool. So if I put they're a whole lot more subtle on this side, well, except for where that got some ink on it. They're real pale pink on that side compared to that one. So yeah, anyway, those are the dangles that I made. I'll show you the one that I hooked to a dangle. Let me go grab it. Hold on. Okay, yeah. So here is the dangle that I made with the shamrock. I just took an old zipper and ripped it in half. Here's the other half of the zipper. And took out all the metal except for the teeth. And then I twisted it and put some little French knots in it with some green floss, embroidery floss. And I made sure I got this in here so it would stay. It won't come out. And I squeezed it harder so it won't come off of there. And yeah, put a little shamrock on it and some little beads at the bottom. And it made a cute little dangle. A little bulb pin at the top. Yeah. So cute. Pretty fun stuff. So yeah, anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you have a great day. Bye-bye.